Hi, this is Sweet June. Wanted to guys to let you know I almost got fired today. I almost got fired from my job today. It's very rare that I get fired. I never get fired. I usually typically quit my jobs. I typically don't get fired. But today, your girl almost got fired. I don't even laugh about it. It's not funny, but see, this is what had happened. See, what had happened was, anyway, as I told you guys, I work nights. I work third shift. When you work third shift, you're up all night. Well, they mandated me to work another additional 4 hours, and which is very possible. I've been mandated before. I mean, they do that from time to time. They do mandate on this job, and but it's very hard to be working all night and then you got to stay up another 4 hours at a time when you're typically laying in the bed sleeping. And what happened was, after I got my residence situated and they had their breakfast and all that, I made a huge mistake and sat in a rocking chair and dozed off. Well, the director came up. I guess she might have seen me on. She spotted me on camera, maybe, because they have cameras around there. And I had the nerve to be sitting right up underneath the camera, but I was like dozing off, but I looked up at the camera, and so I wasn't like, but I was like dozing off and waking up. I was kind of like in and out, basically, was kind of in and out. And so next thing you know, I look up and she's standing right there, and she tells me get up and go punch out. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. When I woke up, I was like, oh, I'm sorry. And and she was like, well, she said, you can't be sleeping on the job. She said, you can't be, it wasn't those exact words, but, that's pretty much what she said in so many words. And she said, go ahead and punch out and go home. She said, I'll make my decision from here. I'll let you know what my decision is. I was like, uh-oh. And so I said, well, I prayed about it. I said, hey, I know Jehovah God will open another door for me if, I get fired. I said, I don't want to get fired. I pray I don't get fired. But if I do, I know Jehovah God will open up another door. So I instantly started thinking, oh, what my plan B is and what I'm going to do and all that. So I came home and started looking, searching the job sites and everything, and just in case, let me start searching the job sites, see what they got out there. And she called me and said, she said, I'm not going to terminate your employment, but she said, because she said, I seen that you were looking up at the camera, you know, but and everything. But she said, just make sure that, you're in the lit area. So I was kind of like in the dark area of the living room. And, but I think if a resident had been on the floor or something like that, I could have gotten fired, because that type of job, you have to kind of keep an eye out on the residents, and all of them is a potential fall risk, or one of them could stop breathing, or anything could have happened. Up on my floor where I work is more like a AFC home, so everybody's independent, but at the same time, you still have to kind of keep an eye out on them, because you never know, because any of them could be a potential fall risk. So if she had came up and somebody had been on the floor and I was asleep, then yeah, that would have been my job. I would have been out of there. So this a mistake. I mean, they mandated me, and it was like 2 hours into the mandation, and that's the time where I'm typically sleeping, and I fell out. I was like in and out. I wouldn't like, but I was like in and out. And I was kind of glancing up at the camera. She said she seen that I was doing that, so I guess that was the determining factor for her. So, I appreciate her for giving me another chance. I was real humble about it, and everything like that. Make sure it don't happen again. But, it is what it is. But, hey, I need you guys to keep subscribing. I said, unfortunately, I need this job, so I gotta do whatever I can to keep it. I need you guys to keep subscribing to me. If you keep subscribing to me, then I can make money on YouTube and I won't have to punch a time clock. So I need you guys to just keep hitting that subscribe button for me, please. I promise you I got some good content coming up. And you keep hitting that subscribe button. I get to my subscribers up to over 1,000. I can start monetizing again, and then get up there, and then maybe I won't have to punch a time clock, and I won't have to worry about getting fired. So I need you guys to do that for me. Hit that subscribe button. All right, it is what it is. I thank Jehovah God, for putting it on her heart to, give me another chance, because I've never gotten written up. I'm going to get a write-up, but I've never gotten write-up before. I've been coming to work. I've never missed any days, so that might have been a determining factor. So, your girl messed up. Your girl made a mistake, but your girl's back on the job. She going to make sure it don't happen again. I can't get fired. I don't want to leave on their terms. I want to leave on my terms. Yeah, that's how it goes. So I thank Jehovah God, everything worked out. But let me know in the comment section if you guys have almost gotten fired from a job and how you felt and all that kind of stuff, and what did you do. Stay tuned for some interesting video topics coming up. I'm going to go get me a hamburger and french fries. Don't judge me. I'm stressed out. I need it. Stay tuned. This is Sweet June.